Welcome to the English Protocol podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of the English Protocol. I'm Lucas.
And I'm Clara. We are so incredibly happy to finally be here with you.
Today we're diving into a topic everyone knows, but everyone handles differently, the daily routine. Clara, be honest, how did your morning actually start today?
It started with a struggle, Lucas. I think I hit the snooze button 3 times. I had this beautiful plan to wake up, stretch, and make a healthy smoothie, but instead, I just stayed under the covers for an extra 20 minutes.
I think a lot of people can relate to that. The ideal routine versus the real routine. I'm a bit different. I actually enjoy the early morning. I usually get up around 6:30.
6:30? That's impressive. What's the very first thing you do?
I try to avoid my phone. That's my golden rule. If I check my emails or social media immediately, my brain feels cluttered. So I just head straight to the kitchen, grind some coffee beans, and look out the window for 5 minutes. It sounds boring, but it helps me center myself.
It doesn't sound boring at all. It sounds peaceful. I usually doom scroll for 10 minutes before I even get out of bed. It's a habit I'm really trying to break.
Doom scroll. That's a perfect word for it. It's when you just keep scrolling through bad news or social media, even though it makes you feel anxious.
Exactly. But once I'm up, I have to move fast. I usually freshen up, grab a quick yogurt, and head out the door. My commute is about 40 minutes by train.
40 minutes? That's a lot of time. Do you use that time for anything specific?
I do. That's actually when I do my deep thinking. I listen to podcasts or read. It's the only time in the day when nobody is asking me for anything. No emails, no chores, just me and my headphones.
I like that. I cycle to work, so I can't really read, obviously, but it's my exercise for the day. By the time I get to my desk, I feel completely awake. No morning fog.
I envy that. By the time I get to the office, I usually need my second coffee. And let's talk about the afternoon slump. You know, that time around 2 or 3 p.m. where energy just disappears?
Oh, I know it well. The 3 p.m. crash. Most people reach for sugar or more caffeine then.
I used to do that, but lately I've started taking a micro break. I just walk around the block for 5 minutes. Even just a little bit of fresh air makes a huge difference.
That's a professional tip right there. It's better than sitting at your desk staring at a screen for 8 hours straight. Now, you know, Clara, we just used some really interesting phrases. Before we talk about the evening, maybe we should explain a few of them for our listeners.
That's a great idea. We don't want anyone to be confused. My favorite one today, even though it's a bad habit, is doom scrolling.
It sounds scary, doesn't it? Doom.
It does. Doom means something very bad is going to happen. So doom scrolling is when you are on your phone and you just keep scrolling through negative news or social media posts. You feel bad, but you can't stop looking.
I think we've all been there. My phrase for the day is the afternoon slump. A slump is a drop or a fall. So around 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., when your energy suddenly drops and you feel like taking a nap at your desk, that is the afternoon slump.
I am the queen of the afternoon slump. And there's one more, one that sounds a bit strange, to wind down.
Right, like a clock or a toy that you wind up to make it move fast.
Exactly, but winding down is the opposite. It's the process of relaxing and slowing your body and mind before sleep. You don't just jump into bed and fall asleep instantly. You need a transition. You need to wind down.
I like that. So, listeners, as you listen to the rest of the episode, try to see if you can hear these words again.
Perfect. Now, speaking of winding down, Lucas, what happens when you get home?
Cooking is my therapy. I love the process of chopping vegetables and following a recipe. It forces me to stop thinking about work. Then I usually try to be in bed by 10:30.
See, I'm a night owl. I get a second burst of energy at 9 p.m. That's when I do my cleaning or my creative projects. I find it so hard to turn my brain off.
We are complete opposites. But that's the thing about routines. There's no perfect version. It's just about what makes you feel productive and healthy.
Very true. Before we go, I wanted to ask you, Lucas, is there one thing in your routine you would never change?
My coffee morning. If I don't have those 10 minutes of quiet with my coffee, the rest of the day feels off. What about you?
Probably my evening reading. Even if I'm exhausted, reading a few pages of a book helps me transition from a busy day to a good night's sleep.
Well, we want to hear from the listeners. What does your daily routine look like? Are you an early bird like me or a night owl like Clara?
Let us know in the comments. We're looking forward to reading your stories.
Thanks for joining us for the very first episode of the English Protocol.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.